Well, I was looking for a dump, and I finally found it. This is it. This is the dump I've been looking for. Now, is there anything worth looking for in this dump? Well, I can tell you, I'd say yeah. Because right off the bat, I'm seeing sodas, blue bottles all over the doggone place. There are bottles all over here. So I'm going to, this is pretty good. I'm going to go over here, get my shovel, and dig a little bit because, well, it being the dump that it is, it looks like it's going to be a good one. Let me go and it goes on. As you can see, I'm walking, and if you can see, like I see, there's trash everywhere. I don't know how old is it. What I was looking at was 1950s, and maybe that's all I'm going to find. But in the meantime, let me get my fork, my shovel, and I'll get back to you when I find something. Okay, so I found a pretty good dump. So far I've come up with a deep patent Coke, a knee-high, and a I don't know what this one is. It's a cool bottle though. 3 sodas right standing in a row, and I've got a lot to go. So let me dig up some more stuff and I'll show you. There, we got it. We found the dump. Well, I found another one of these. Looks like it's a I can't read it. Ranzor. I've never seen it, but that's a good one right there. Here's another one that's broken up. This is another kind of flask. You can see I'm looking at a lot of burned stuff, but a lot of whole stuff too. I'm going to dig into this pile and see what comes up here. So I'll get back with you in a minute. Now, if you collect this kind of thing, there's these Paul Jones right here. They're little flask. I might take one just because I've really never seen one like this. But outside of that, we're still walking and just still surface hunting, really. And I'm finding a lot of different kinds of bottles but I've not seen before. A lot of whiskeys. You can see there's a lot of jars, and I'm just doing still surface hunting, finding a place where I can find something cool. There's a little, I don't know what, but oh, there, that's what I needed, a mason jar lid. Okay, I'm gonna keep going, let you see what else I find. Now here's something I just dug up. Now if you remember Blit, that was a fly spray, and it went into a pumper, a machine, and you just put this underneath the nozzle and then you just pumped away. So 1940s for sure. Got that one right there. Let's keep going. A bottle that is pretty local, a 1923 Coke from Allendale, and that town's not too far from here, so we're good. Here we go. Doing good. 1940s Lydia Pinkham medicine. Here's a milk. I don't know what this is. Little milk bottle. Came over here. That poison was here. And I walk over here. And we'll just rummage through this stuff. That's a big Frosty right there. That's not a bad bottle, but people don't care much for them. For some reason, walk way over here. Let's go up on here in this hill here. I saw some glass here. There's a lot of stuff in here. It's just, there's that. That's not much to write home about. This one here is broken, but I don't know what that was. Come over here. A lot of painted labels, but they don't look like they're in great shape. There's one there. I don't know, that one, oh, that's a Tom's. I've had them in Boss, so I know they're in Boss bottles. Here's something. Maize. I've dug these too. This is a chocolate drink from the 50s. So we're deep in the 40s and 50s, so there should be more stuff coming in. I'm gonna look for some milks and see what happens. That bottle's broken. Okay. I'll go off and find some more stuff. Oh, here's a big, wow, it's broken. No deposit, no return. That was a biggie. Okay, let's keep going. Well, I just found this panel bottle. It's blown in the mold. It has, I don't know, ounces on it, and that's it for that. I've been finding a lot of flasks. This kind of flask is common. That I found broken, but I'm gonna take my scraper and dig in here because it's shallow. I'll be right back. Okay, let's do a digging video. We got bottles in the hole here, so let's see what they are. You can see what we have. First of all, find what that is. Well, that's a Wilson's. Common 1930s stuff. What's this? Common 1930s whiskey. See, there's bottles all over in here. And they go down a little bit. What's this one right here? Calvert, Lord Calvert. That's common, 1930s. What's this? Another diamond flask. Whoa. Another pretty big pint there. The bottom of a little bottle. Candy container. That's a nice one. Food. Another one of those. They're popular, I guess. Let's pull some of this up. Ah, good old jar from the 30s. pretty common. Chest burrow without any writing on it. I'm going to be going in this direction. It's this. Pull back real quick. I don't know what this is. Just an unmarked jar. Nothing special here. This is all 1930s stuff, so it's not going to be, unless that comes up with a nice soda, nothing will be too spectacular here. A stubby beer. Okay. Oh man, it's just Root City, that's all. I mean, that's not really a big problem because the stuff is so here. A milk. There's milk's in here. So let me dig another trench here to see if I can get into it, and I will talk to you in a minute. Well, here's a wild perfume I just dug up. Very deco looking. That's a cool one. Okay, put that in my bag. See, this is what I've been digging up. I mean, this wine bottle, it says Mandrake, I don't know, wines. I might keep it. It's embossed. The only wine bottle I've seen like that. The rest is these little cork top medicine flasks, and let me keep going and show you more. Well, here's a pyramid log cabin syrup. You can see that right there. I've had one of these before, so they're okay. They're a cool kind of bottle. As we go along in here, that's a brick. But there's sections here that there's another milk there, another broken bottle there. I've walked. It's over here. I don't know what kind of bottle that is. Let's see what's over on this side. Huh, what's this? Nothing really special. This looks like newer stuff to me right here. It looks like it goes into the, definitely goes into the 50s. So, I don't think I'll mess over on this side of town. Come right over here, and yeah, this is Wesson oils, and I don't see anything too important here. So, let me hit on back. Yeah, I don't see anything too extraordinary. Green soda. Okay, let's keep going. We still might get lucky. Okay, because there is a plethora of junk, as you can see, in this dump. So, here we go. Well, there's a lot of bottles in this place. There's a Dr. Pepper. I just picked up a Tom's. It's in good shape. And there's a blue bottle. I don't need that one. But yeah, I gotta go because I have a little emergency I have to tend to. But I'll be back. I'll see you at the roundup. Have a good one. Let me do this quick video here. This is the roundup to my dig out in South Carolina on Monday. So I'll get right into it. I found a lot of bottles. It's a pretty good dump. It runs about from the mid 30s to the mid 40s, I'm assuming. There's some older stuff and there's some newer stuff. On the top there's a lot of 50s and 60s garbage, which sort of difficult to get through, but it's not that hard. I found a few good things, and most of the stuff I found just on the surface. I really didn't even have to dig. Let's start out with three of my favorite bottles. I'll just get through them here. Tom's Frosted and Tom's Painted. Okay. Now Tom Harkness was a very interesting guy. He started Tom's Beverages in 1940. He had bought out the Pepsi-Cola manufacturer that was in Greenville, and he started producing Pepsi in South Carolina, in that area, and we became very successful. He even, of course, ran his own branch of soda himself called Tom's, and it was different flavors, orange, cola. And what was interesting about this guy is his company's still around. He invented a packer, a machine that can pack bottles into cases. Before that, people had to do that by hand. They'd have to put the bottles in the cases by hand, and he invented a machine, an apparatus that could do it automatically. I guess it lost a lot of jobs, but made him very famous, very rich, and his corporation, his son, and people involved are still at it, producing. It's an engineering company now. It's sort of morphed into something beyond soft drinks, but he's most famous for his soft drinks. Tom Harkness. These two bottles here are from the 40s. This one, if you can look at the bottom, the lighting is really bad around here right today, but it says Harkness Bottling, and it's I think it's a 1948, because of course 1940 is when he started the company. This one here, I'm not quite sure. There should be a Lawrence glass somewhere down here, but I'd say this is probably 50s, if not early, late 40s. So you have these two Tom bottles, and this one I think would be worth more than this one if you're going to sell them to a collector. The next soda bottle are interesting. These are related. This is a bracer, and I found several of these, as a matter of fact. This is 1 out of 4 that I found, and there were pieces of them all over the dump, so it's probably real popular and probably distributed from a local bottler. Bracer was a sort of semi-national brand. You could find it through the Midwest and in the South, and it had, I think it was an orange drink most of the time. I'm not quite sure. I've seen some with orange in it. And this one, Pop Cola, is actually related to a bracer. And why? Well, this bottle was designed by a guy, Chandler King. Now, not the one who is, not Chandler King, who is famous as a gymnast. This guy, Chandler King, was a bottle designer, and he designed several soda and pop bottles. This one was designed in 1927, so that's the design on this bottle. But also lime cola. It sort of looks like it's sort of wasted and has like a zigzag design, and it's usually green. He designed that bottle in, I think, 1922, and so he became well known as a soft drink bottle designer. And he also indulged in this bottle, Pop Cola. Now, Pop Cola, this bottle here, is definitely late 40s. I'd say 1948. This here, well, from 1927, probably all the way up into the 50s, or late 40s. I'm not quite sure on the date of this this bottle particularly, but this one for sure I can tell you was, and it's rough. It's a little rough, Pop Cola, but I needed it because the name of the bottler was right there, Chandler King. So there you have some Pop Cola. This Coca-Cola bottle I just picked up because I never saw one like this. This is a flavoring extract, or no, flavoring bottle, like an orange or probably ginger ale. These usually come in this color. And it says Coca-Cola bottling, but I don't think Coke came in this bottle. But a lot of distributors would put Coca-Cola, franchisers would do that. And this is interesting. I'd say this is also a late 40s. This one's in a nice 1923. And the exact date on this bottle, I don't know if you can see this. I have a hard time. If I can't see it, then you can't see it. But if I move it around a little bit, you might be able to see 1937. One more year and the patent would have been lost on this 1923, and you would have gone to a D-pat right after this, 1928 to 1938. So those two are sort of friends. What is it, Miranda? Huh? Go play. Good old log cabin syrup. Now, today log cabin syrup comes in a plastic bottle and blah, blah, blah. It is. And I don't use it. I use real syrup, real maple syrup. But back in the day, I remember that logo on a oval glass bottle. And this one comes from the 30s, late 30s. Octagon. Cool bottle. There's not much to say about that. I didn't have to look it up really. Everybody's familiar with log cabin syrup. This is just the older version, little deco. Nice bottle, I really like it, considering the plainness of it. Now this, I dug up, and I was sort of surprised. I've found these before in larger size. This is very small, and that's why I kept it. Flit was an insecticide. You usually had this screwed into a pump, and and it sucked up the insecticide, and you pumped it, and you sprayed it into the air. It was usually used for mosquitoes and flies, and it was designed. The formula was invented by a guy called Dr. Nichols, and he worked for petroleum company. The base for this was mineral oil, but it had, I think, 5% DDT back in the day. And ExxonMobil actually was the supplier, and they finally bought the patent, and it became, well, Standard Oil. They were the first. They were the first guys to actually supply the material for this company, and they took it over, and from then on it went into Exxon and Standard Oil, went into Exxon, and it's still used today. The formula has changed, but the basic flip formula is still around. This bottle and this stuff came in 1928, and this bottle is a 40s or 50s version. We have a little, I don't know, bromo seltzer. I don't know what that is, but it's a cool bottle. I have a lot of other bottles down here, but you know, they're pretty much the same. You've seen them all. These I picked up because of the fact that although they're a common bottle, the Paul Jones whiskey, these little flasks are not. I've not really ever seen any of them. I've had biffs, and I've had pints, but not half pint. This is a cool little bottle, and the date underneath here is 1941, so it falls right in line with the time frame of the dump that I was digging in. And there's other stuff in here, like the knee-high, this design all through the 40s, but by 1948 they switched to pyro, and we have the 2, 4, and 10. Not a exciting bottle, but I pick them up when I find them. I still like them. And digging a dump wouldn't be anything unless you picked up one of these from a... This is a nice example. This is beautiful. Very clean. And what's also interesting about it, it's a Cranbrook, Connecticut, which I never had one that said that, so that's why I really picked this one up. I have so many of them, I just don't need them anymore. So there you have it, my little sojourning into the new dump that I discovered. And it was interesting to discover this dump because I, by using deduction, looking at a aerial view map, I used the psychology of the people who would have put a dump where it is, and sure enough, I had the hunch, I went there, and there it was, just in the woods, like they almost all are. And if they're not under a golf course or a solar panel field, they're usually in the woods. So anyway, folks, I'm off again next week sometime. I don't know exactly when, I don't know exactly where, but I will be back with some more discoveries for you. In the meantime, have a great day, and talk to you later. Bye.